Welcome to the first edition of the County Sales Bluegrass and Old Time Music Hour. I'm your host, Kinney Rorrer, and I am truly excited to be with you for this initial broadcast. As any serious fan of bluegrass and old-time music knows, County Sales has been bringing the best in bluegrass and old-time music to listeners via vinyl and CD for well over 50 years. This program will showcase new releases on various labels that feature the finest bluegrass and old-time music by today's artists. We will also include timeless bluegrass and old-time classics reissued by the County and Rebel record label. Every CD featured on this program is available for purchase through the County Sales website and the County Sales store located in downtown Floyd, Virginia, right next to the Floyd Country Store, where you can hear great music every weekend and see some fabulous flatfoot dancing as well. So I want you to sit back and prepare to enjoy the best loved bluegrass and old-time music. We kicked off the opening today with a little bit of Gray Eagle, which is a tune that dates back to a horse race that took place in Tennessee back in the 1830s between two horses named Gray Eagle and Tennessee Wagoner, and we get two fiddle tunes from that one event back in the 1830s, and you heard it played by Karina Logston Stevens, fabulous young fiddler from Illinois, who is a member of the High Fidelity Bluegrass Band. We're going to hear a cut from their new CD in just a little bit, but Karina Logston Stevens is a frequent prize winner at the Galax Fiddlers Convention, heavily influenced by Jim Buchanan, and boy, she knows how to pull a bow. We're going to hear three cuts here in a row. The first will be the title cut of a new CD from High Fidelity, the band that Karina Logston Stevens belongs to, and it's called The Hills and Home. It's a John Duffey composition. We'll hear some more about John Duffey in just a few minutes, and this is from their CD, High Fidelity's new CD called Hills and Home, just released on the Rebel label, and then we'll hear Some Old Day from John Cowan. So we're going to take off here with The Hills and Homes by High Fidelity.
Heading back to the hills and home, this old country never more to roam. The traveling life is not for me. I'm headed back to the hills and home. Many other wandering lads, I went away my fortune to see. It's all the same, but now I know my fortune's here among the hills and home. Smell the mountain laurels blooming along the road that leads up to my home. That stand a poke out behind the shed makes me long for the hills and home. There's a light shining from the window and smoke a curling from the chimney top. Mom and Dad about their evening chores, I'll soon be back among the hills and home. I'll soon be back among the hills and home.
I've been working out in the rain, tied to this dirty old ball and chain. Oh, dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some sweet day that'll turn me this dirty old calaboose. Oh, dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some old day, you'll wait for me and pray. Oh, dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some sweet day they'll turn me loose from this dirty old calaboose. Oh, dear mother, I'll come home some old day. For me and pray. Oh, dear mother, I'll come home some old day. Some sweet day they'll turn me loose from this dirty old calaboose. Oh, dear mother, I'll come home some old day.
We opened that set with The Hills and Home from a brand new CD by High Fidelity. And believe me, the future of bluegrass is in good hands when you have young bands like High Fidelity coming along to take up this great traditional bluegrass. And boy, they knock it out of the park there. After that, we heard John Cowan from a new CD that is a tribute to the great and legendary John Duffey. Many call him the father of modern bluegrass. He passed away in 1996, and within 6 years after his death, one of his fans started putting together a tribute album, and he recruited 53 of the best bluegrass musicians in the country to play on the CD. Folks like Don Rigsby, Tim O'Brien, James King, Sam Bush, Kenny and Amanda Smith, Ron Stewart, and of course the list is much too long to completely go over, but what a fantastic CD they have produced here. And you heard John Cowan there doing Some Old Day, a tune that many would associate with Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, though in fact it was originally recorded in the late 1930s by a band that once upon a time was headquartered out of Danville, Virginia, the Rouse Brothers. In fact, Irvin Rouse, who belonged to that band, went on to write Orange Blossom Special, the most well-known fiddle tune of all. But anyway, John Cowan does a great job there on Some Old Day, paying tribute to the great John Duffey. Well, we'll move along to a CD that I've been anticipating for a long time, and I was so excited to finally get a copy. I've just about worn my copy out, and it is a fantastic CD. It's David Davis and the Warrior River Boys, a wonderful traditional bluegrass band from down in Alabama. And David Davis is a great fan of the old-time singer and musician Charlie Poole. And he put together a CD on Rounder that is a tribute to Charlie Poole's repertoire. He's picked out 14 of the songs that he likes best from Charlie Poole's repertoire. And the name of the CD is Didn't He Ramble? The Songs of Charlie Poole. And the song you're going to hear could have been autobiographical for Charlie Poole. In fact, a number of the songs that Poole did could have been autobiographical. This is one of them, and it's on the Rounder label, which would also be autobiographical for Charlie Poole. But here's David Davis and the Warrior River Boys on their new CD doing If the River Was Whiskey.
If the river was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd dive to the bottom and I'd never come up. Well, tell me how long do I have to wait?
get you now? Must I hesitate?
If the river was whiskey and the branch was wine, you could see me in bathing just any old time. Tell me, how long do I have to wait?
Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
I was born in England, raised in France, ordered suit of clothes, but they wouldn't send the pants. Tell me, how long do I have to wait?
Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
I was born in Alabama, raised in Tennessee. If you don't like my peaches, don't shake 'em a tree. Tell me, how long have I got to wait?
Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
I looked down the road as far as I could see. A man had my woman and the blues had me. Tell me, how long have I got to wait?
Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
I ain't no doctor, but the doctor's son. I can do the doctor till the doctor comes. Tell me, how long do I have to wait?
Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
Hesitating stockings, hesitating shoes. Believe to the Lord, I got the hesitating blues. So tell me, how long do I have to wait?
Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream was back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows, then she went on down alone. Now won't you bat it down to Baton Rouge, River Queen, rolling on. Take that woman down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough, done my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, big river, more than me. Tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
We opened that set with a brand new CD from David Davis and the Warrior River Boys, If the River Was Whiskey. Some fine fiddling there from Billy Hurt on that. And that's from their new CD on Rounder called Didn't He Ramble? The Songs of Charlie Poole. Great tribute CD there from them. And then we followed that with a new CD from Amanda Cook on the Mountain Fever label. And the Mountain Fever label is located in Floyd County, Virginia, in fact, where we are today. And Amanda Cook was singing an old song written by Jimmy C. Newman, a fine country singer from down in Louisiana, Cry, Cry, Darling. Then we followed that with a Johnny Cash song, Big River, done up for you by Special Consensus, some fine Midwestern bluegrass. That band has been producing their own particular sound for more than 40 years now and do some great music, to say the least. Moving on now to a song called The 5 Mile Mountain Road. And this song was written by a gentleman named J.C. Radford from Franklin County, Virginia. And Franklin County, Virginia, during Prohibition was called the moonshine capital of the world. And many of the moonshiners and bootleggers hauled their product up the mountain into Floyd County or from Floyd County down into Franklin County via the 5 Mile Mountain Road. And this song is a tribute to that road. It's still there. It's a real place. And this is the 5 Mile Mountain Road Band that gets his name from that particular road and song. So we'll start off here with Fiddlin' Billy Hurt, some fabulous fiddle work from Billy Hurt. You just heard him on If the River Was Whiskey. And here he is with his own band, the 5 Mile Mountain Road Band, doing 5 Mile Mountain Road.
place in Franklin County where my kinfolks lived and died. I'm headed for my home place up on the mountainside. That 5 Mile Mountain Road, 5 Mile Mountain Road, gonna take me another trip down the 5 Mile Mountain Road. Eddie told a story about a traveling that old mud pike where the curves are sharp and the rips are deep, the red moonshine at night. That 5 Mile Mountain Road, 5 Mile Mountain Road, gonna take me another trip down the 5 Mile Mountain Road. Get halfway, then turn around, 'cause the only way me old mule know was 5 Mile Mountain Road. That 5 Mile Mountain Road, 5 Mile Mountain Road, gonna take me another trip down the 5 Mile Mountain Road. And I finally go, I'm gonna take the final trip down the 5 Mile Mountain Road. That 5 Mile Mountain Road, 5 Mile Mountain Road, gonna take me another trip down the 5 Mile Mountain Road. Gonna take me another trip down the 5 Mile Mountain Road. Make no difference to reason. Working here was plentiful, pretty good treat me kind. Working here was plentiful, pretty good treat me kind. But the girl left Carolina is burning on my mind. Mailman just arrived, said the postman may be here. The mailman just arrived, said the postman may be here. He handed me a letter to give me to understand. The girl I left Carolina had married another man. I filled my heart with sorrow, didn't know what to do. I filled my heart with sorrow, but rambling on
We opened that set with 5 Mile Mountain Road by the 5 Mile Mountain Road Band. That's their new CD on the Patuxent label, and that, of course, chronicles the story of hauling moonshine up and down the 5 Mile Mountain Road in Franklin County and Floyd County back in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, and certainly rings very true as the son of a Franklin County native. My dad used to talk about how during Prohibition, everybody he knew in Franklin County made whiskey, except the local Baptist preacher, and he made barrels. So everybody was involved in it one way or another. Then after that, we heard the Crooked Road Ramblers, a premier old-time band from Southwest Virginia, Northwest North Carolina. And you heard John Perry doing the lead vocal there, and they were doing a tune that was originally recorded by G.B. Grayson and Henry Whitter back in 1928, and it's based on an old British Isles ballad called The Girl I Left Behind Me, and G.B. Grayson was still singing one of those ballads from the British Isles there in the 1920s, and that's from a new CD by the Crooked Road Ramblers. We'll move on to some classic bluegrass now, and we'll start off with Lost and Found. Alan Mills, a singer for the group, lives not so far from where I am today, and this is a song that was originally recorded by country singer Gene Watson back in 1975, and Alan Mills and Lost and Found took it and turned it into a bluegrass classic. It's a very interesting story here that takes place in the cornfield in Alabama, too. It turns out the couple was stalking each other in the cornfield, and they got an earful before it was over with. So listen to Harvest Time by Lost and Found.
Cool and cloudy nights upon Bow Mountain, Alabama, I was stealing corn from Homer Lawson's field. The rattle of the corn stalks and the bark of Homer's hound dog made me hug the ground and lie dead still. Flashing through my mind was big Homer's reputation, a man who really didn't give a damn. They say he shot old Mountain Joe for just one ear of corn, and laughed today they laid him in the ground. And I can hear the breaking of the sticks from someone's footsteps, but shaky legs just can't get up and run. And as I lay there breathless, the next thing I expect was a blast of hell from Homer Lawson's gun. Shadow of a lady, it was Homer's lovely daughter Julianne. I smelled the perfume in her hair as she sat down beside me, whispered, "Papa's running moonshine again." I thank God for cloudy nights in Alabama's whiskey still, and harvest time in Homer Lawson's field. I thank God for cloudy nights in Alabama's whiskey still, and harvest time in Homer Lawson's field.
Perhaps you planted flowers on my cold, unworthy grave. Come and sit along here beside me, where the roses nod and fade. Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you miss me when I'm gone?
dark Sunday morning in a country far away. A little girl from old Kentucky lifted up her voice to sing.
Will you miss me when I'm gone? 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 Will you miss me when I'm gone?
Classic bluegrass pieces there for you. We started off with Alan Mills and Lost and Found doing Harvest Time, a song with kind of a surprise ending there. And then we heard a classic among classics, one of the true classics of bluegrass music, Carter and Ralph, the Stanley Brothers, doing the old Carter family song, Will You Miss Me When I'm Gone? And what a true classic that is. Moving on now to some other newer CDs. We're going to start off with Eldridge Montgomery, a native of Hillsville, Virginia, who used to compete in the Gaelic Fiddlers Convention quite often. He played with a bluegrass band called the Mountain Ramblers. We're going to hear him do an old song called Old Wandering Boy. And then we're going to hear Elder Frank Newsom from out in Buchanan County, Virginia. This is a brand new CD, just came out. Frank Newsom is an elder, what we would call a preacher or minister at the Little David Regular Baptist Church. And the old Regular Baptist Church takes the Old Testament literally, and because there is no mention of musical instruments in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, they don't have any musical instruments in their church. No guitar, no piano, no organ, none of that. So everything is done a cappella. So that's the way you're going to hear Elder Frank Newsom sing. And he's going to sing a powerful rendition of a song written by Vince Gill called Go Rest High on That Mountain, a very moving song, to say the least. Vince Gill started this song, writing it in tribute to Keith Whitley, soon after Keith Whitley died at a very young age. And, of course, Keith Whitley sang with Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys for a while, was a bluegrass singer, and died a very untimely death. And Vince Gill was so moved by his death that he wrote this song, or started the song, in tribute to Keith Whitley, and he put it off for a few years, and then Vince Gill's older brother, Bob Gill, died very suddenly of a heart attack, and that led Vince Gill to finish the song called Go Rest High on That Mountain. And back when George Jones died, both Vince Gill and bluegrass and country singer Patty Loveless sang this very song at George Jones' funeral, and Vince Gill got so emotional singing the song, he broke down and had to stop and switch over to guitar. And you're going to hear a powerful version of it from Elder Frank Newsom. And then we'll end the set with Joe and Jeanette Carter doing Anchored in Love Divine. But first, Eldridge Montgomery and Old Wandering Boy.
Hearts that are broken, mothers that grieve, what billows of sorrow must over them sweep. Poor wandering boy, far from thy God, come back to the path thy mother had trod. Come down in the path of dishonest and pain, bringing distress of his mother's fair name. The moment will come in the midst of the
he'll remember the prayers that hurt me. When dwelling at ease in the palace of state, when feasted and drank in the hall of the great, the song of the past called away from the throne, his mother's sweet voice in the lullaby song. When stretched on a bed of bewildered and pain, he longed for the days of his childhood again. His mother to come from the heavenly land, to soothe him to sleep by the touch of her hand. When standing sometime by the moss-covered mound, where his true-hearted mother lies under the ground, he gazed at the sunset of silver and gold, to catch but one glimpse of her face as of old. Hearts that are broken, others that grieve, what billows of sorrow must over them sweep. Poor wandering boy, he fall from thy God, come back to the path thy mother had trod.
I know your life on earth was trouble, and only you could know the pain. But now you're gone to be with Jesus. I hope someday I will meet again. Go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven, a Sheldon. Love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered around your grave to grieve. I wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. Go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven, a Sheldon. Love for the Father in the Son. There is a land just cross the river where we can meet and part no more. We'll live up there with Christ forever. When we meet on that bright shore, go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven a Sheldon. Look for the Father and the Son.
I found a sweet haven of sunshine at last, and Jesus abiding above. His dear arms around me are lovingly cast, and sweetly he tells his love. The dangerous tempest forever is o'er, I'm safe evermore. What gladness, what rapture is mine. The water is peaceful, the storms have passed. I'm anchored at last. I'm anchored in love divine. His blood shall control me through life and in death. Completely I'll trust to the end. I'll praise him each hour of my last fleeting breath. Shall sing of my soul's best friend. The tempest is o'er, I'm safe evermore. What gladness, what rapture is mine. The danger is past. I'm anchored at last. I'm anchored in love divine. He saw me in danger and lovingly came to pilot my storm-beaten soul. Sweet peace he has spoken, and blessed is your name. The billows no longer roll. The tempest is over, I'm safe evermore. What gladness, what rapture is mine. The danger is past. I'm anchored at last. I'm anchored in love divine.
You just heard Old Wandering Boy by Eldridge Montgomery from a wonderful box set called Legends of Old Time Music. County sales back in the 1960s and 1970s, Charlie Faroe, Rich Nevins, and Dave Freeman and others went around and recorded a lot of the old-time singers from Southwest Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, Tennessee, and other places, and issued much of that material, but a lot of it wasn't issued. And they put it all on a box set just a few years ago, fairly recently. It has a great set of notes with it that I think you would enjoy reading, the annotations of the songs and singers and so on and so forth. But really a fine box set, 4 CDs, all old-time musicians from our part of the world there, the legends of old-time music, and they truly were legends. And we heard one of them, Eldridge Montgomery, doing Old Wandering Boy. And then we heard Elder Frank Newsom from Buckhannon, Virginia, do a powerful version of Vince Gill's composition, Go Rest High on That Mountain, and that's just out on the Free Dirt label. And then we ended that set with brother and sister Joe and Jeanette Carter doing Anchored in Love Divine, also from that wonderful set called The Legends of Old Time Music, 4 CD set on the County label. And that particular song was written in 1911 and recorded by their parents, AP and Sarah Carter, in 1928. In fact, Sarah Carter's epitaph on her tombstone out there at the Mount Vernon United Methodist Church in Hiltons, Virginia, is anchored in love. That's what's written on her tombstone, in fact. And Joe and Jeanette, of course, started the Carter Fold. Jeanette started it. Joe, as a carpenter, built it. And that's still in business, featuring great bluegrass and old-time music to this very day. Before we close out, I want to thank everyone for joining us for the inaugural edition of the County Sales Bluegrass and Old-Time Music Hour, and we hope that you will join us again for future shows. We're going to close out here with two cuts from the Earls of Leicester, one of the hottest bluegrass bands around. They're what I would call a tribute band in tribute to Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. I mean, you have Beatles tribute bands and Rolling Stones tribute bands. Well, you have a tribute band to Flatt and Scruggs, and that's the Earls of Leicester. And we're going to hear two cuts. First, Long Journey Home, and this is from a CD that will be out very soon. I think the release date is September 28th, and it's on the Rounder label, and it's entitled Live at the CMA in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And you're going to hear them do Long Journey Home. And then we're going to close it with an instrumental called Flint Hill Special. And this was an instrumental written by Earl Scruggs back in the 1950s. And he wrote it in tribute to his home community in Cleveland County, North Carolina, a little section of Cleveland County called Flint Hill, and thus the Flint Hill Special. But as I said, we'll close out the show first with Long Journey Home by the Earls of Leicester, and then Charlie Cushman and the Earls of Leicester will knock it out of the park with Flint Hill Special.
It's about time. We're going to pick it up a little bit. Y'all want to hear one that kind of gets up and moves a little bit? One called Long Journey Home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. Like smoke's a rising and it surely is a train. Surely is a train, boys, surely is a train. Like smoke's a rising and it surely is a train. I'm on my long journey home. Dark and it's raining and I gotta go home. Gotta go home, boys, gotta go home. Dark and it's raining and I gotta go home. I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, but a $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. Whoa. Long journey home.
information on the music you heard today, you can go to the County Sales website, which is countysales.com.